Supercross is over, and that can only mean one thing. It is time to take it outside to the great outdoors, baby. And to kick things off, we are in the SIRL series, which is one of my favorite series on MX bikes. You guys watch me battle it out in their Supercross series, where all their tracks are custom tracks, including these outdoor ones. So we are here at round one Echo Valley Raceway, made by the crew over there at SIRL. And my goal coming into the SIRL Outdoor series is I want to top 10 overall every single race. So what I'm gonna be showing you guys today is my second moto from this series. So I ended up qualifying 13th in qualifying, which isn't terrible. Not where we wanna be, but isn't terrible. I am a better Supercross rider than I am an outdoor rider. But we're coming through in 13th in qualifying, and in moto number one, we are coming through in 10th place. So we're on that cusp of where I wanna be in the top 10. We need another top 10 to stay in that top 10 overall for moto number two, and that's what you guys are gonna be seeing today. Shout out to Dirtworm Racing. That is the team I am on, and they are one of the sponsors of this series, so we have our own section here that is pretty cool to see. So sit back and I hope you guys enjoy. You know, I'll be popping in and out during the moto, and just to be clear, the recording starts close to the end of lap one here because I forgot to hit record, so I had to hotkey it in the middle of the race when I got taken out. So you're at the end of lap number one whenever we start this, but like I said, sit back and enjoy. So here we are, we just got taken out, then we get clipped there again and we're stuck on a rut. So we are back in like 15th or something like that. We have a lot of work to do. We got a 20-minute plus 2 lap moto here. We got to get to work. Couple guys gonna go down there. That's gonna give us some free spots. I will take those all day. Gonna take a little bit of a local line there. Might have hit that guy, but we were kind of already there. Is what it is, baby. And then I make a dumb mistake there. Got the Paboso physics getting a little too high on the rud, just absolutely threw me off, and now we gotta do all that work again. then I just get hit by that guy. That is unfortunate. I'm making a lot of mistakes right now, and I debated whether or not I wanted to show you guys as he goes down in the rut. I kind of push him out. I'm like, dude, there's nothing I could really do there, but I debated on whether or not I wanted to show you guys moto number 1 or moto number 2, because moto number 1, I was a lot more consistent and making a lot less mistakes. I was actually having a really good ride, but unfortunately the server disconnected with like 2 minutes to go in the race, so they just took our results for what they were when the server disconnected. But then I showed moto number 2 because I made more mistakes, but we had a little bit more battles going on. I was kind of like in a limbo area with like being 7 to 8 seconds behind the guy in front of me, and then having 7 or 8 seconds between the guy behind me in moto number 1. So I didn't know if that would be as exciting. So that's why I decided to show you guys moto number 2. But I am having a worse race as far as consistency goes in moto number 2, just because I'm a little bit jittery, because I knew I had the speed to be better than just 10th, and I got a bad start, and then freaking out about not recording, and then yeah, just a bunch of things going on, and I just need to try to settle in a pace here. But I'm just making a few mistakes here and there, but we're working our way up. So coming around, we got 11 minutes to go. We have finally cracked the top 10. We are in 9th place at the moment, and I can see some guys going the other way on the track, and I'm like, maybe I could even get up to 7th in this moto. And then I do this, just some weird mistake. I don't even know how that happened, and the bike just doesn't want to reset. It's just tumbling everywhere, and then we're gonna lose 3 spots because of that. So all that work down the drain, and we gotta get back to the grind again. Almost just get killed right there. That's why I was being cautious around Pipsqueak, because he can be a little bit of a hazard at times, which ends up screwing me up, and I lose those positions again. Oh my gosh, I was getting so frustrated at this point. And then I go down again because I am getting frustrated. Now I'm getting like anxious because I'm trying to just work my way up to the front, and I know that I'm outside the top 10 again, and yeah, just try to have to reel it back in. And I almost lose the front, and then I hit the pole. Like, that just sums up how this moto is going for me. And then I go down again, and everything is just falling apart at this point. I just feel it slipping away, and I'm kicking myself, but I know that I need to not like beat myself up too much because we still got time in this race and anything can happen. But yeah, that whole lap, that whole sequence was just absolutely terrible, and we need to definitely try to reel it back in. So we've now caught these guys again. This is a lapper that's right here. Good guy Hazard always moves out of the way, so super props to him. But we're starting to catch that little bit of group again. We need to lock in right here. We need to get that flow going. Now let go of the mistakes, let go of what has happened. All we can control is what the future has. And yeah, we just need to ride it out. Then I go down. We hit going over that jump, pushes me out wide, and I go down. And now I'm getting passed by someone else. So it's just, So we got by that guy on the off camber. Someone's off the track over there, so we're making some passes. Now we just got to hold it this time instead of ruining it like we have the previous times. Got 2 minutes to go here in this moto, and we have a battle on our hands for this top 10. That guy's almost gonna take me out. We got 2 guys right on us. We just need to stay strong right here. So that is going to be another position right there. And then I make a mistake in the Paboso. Stupid physics on these stupid ruts piss me off every time because they just make you 360, 720 if you just go off it just a little bit. But he went down again as well. But then I go down again as well. We're losing 2 spots there. The bike just will not settle down for me to be able to reset it. We have so little time to go in this race, and top 10 is right there in front of me. I've now lost it again. I'm back in 11th. Less than a minute to go. We have a minute and 2 laps to go. We have to make some sort of charge here. Then I go down again and just making mistakes. I have to clean this up. I have to get better. I have to ride more outdoors, have to practice more during the week. Man, I'm embarrassed just watching this back. I just made so many mistakes that I just could have easily been avoided. And yeah, it's just a product of just not practicing outdoors enough and not being fully prepared. But Parker is going to go down right there. We have 2 laps to go, and watch this. He scrubs over and cross jump, and I'm going down. The bike won't stop, and at this point, I just think it's over. I just got to take what I can get. It showed me in 9th place right there because he had cuts, but look at this. He goes down again, and all I got to do is just try to stay close to him because he has cuts, I do not, and so it's showing me in 9th place right now. Can we keep this inside the top 10? So going over the finish line, we have 1 lap to go. I am not close enough with his cuts to my cuts, so it puts me back in 10th. I gotta try to get a little bit closer to him. Then I make a mistake right there, and this section can make or break you and lose you a lot of time. I got through it so slow, he got through it so clean, and now I'm not even really seeing him anymore. He's way up there, and I'm like, man, I guess this is gonna be it, but we have to fight to the finish. And then the nail in the coffin, I get a front tuck, I go down on this hill, and it is over. It is all but over at that point. But just to make matters just a little bit worse, I go down again. And that is how the moto is going to finish. We are coming up to the finish line, and we are going to finish with a 10-10 at the end of the day. And now, while that is in the goal that I wanted for a top 10 overall each moto, it is not what I really wanted, because you can clearly tell I made a ton of mistakes in that race. There's a lot of things that could have been avoided, a lot of things to improve on, but that is the positive. I know what I need to work on. I know what I need to get better at for round number 2s, but yeah, just 10-10 at the end of the day. I did what I could. I know that I can pull way more out of myself, and I know I'm capable of way more, so yeah, we're just gonna have to see how round number 2 goes. I'm definitely gonna put in a lot more work this week at getting better at outdoors. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. Hit that like button if you did. Hit that subscribe button. It helps out a lot. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.